We're back talking with artist Jim Stella. Now, as far as your creative process, do you get any like frozen moments where you just don't seem to have it coming in and producing?
Absolutely. It's like any person in music or anybody that's, you know, did their best, any actor that did their best work, the next one could be a flop. I mean, yes, you do get mind lock. When I do get mind lock, I walk away from it. Yeah, I paint every single day, but then again, I will just, if I'm not too happy or satisfied with it, I walk away from it. Like this painting behind you, I've painted over about 7 times, so the paint's probably about a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch thick. These are pretty heavy paintings. There's sometimes I'll just look at what I did the night before and completely paint the whole thing over with white paint, or I will leave areas that I really do like, and then paint around that I want to paint out. But yes, if everybody's going to get that creative lock,
right?
It's, you know, I mean,
it's pretty frustrating.
Oh, it's frustrating. It's nerve-wracking. You really want to go gun-ho at it, but then you just don't want to ruin something. And there's some paintings I take off the wall. I have a section of paintings that are undone paintings that I will come back 3 months, 4 months later and rehang up and then maybe really look into it. Or there might be something within that time came to my mind, and I make little notes, and I make notes on everything. On the back of checkbooks, I make notes on, I must have 1,000 different notes on words that I want to express or ideas that I have.
This painting behind me here, talk a little bit about what's going on.
Okay, and this one here, I do have, there's collage inside there. I don't know if you saw the Ayatollah. He's up at the top over there. And I have a jetliner coming down on the side that's partial, you know, of a collage with drawing that I've put inside there. This part of the whole thing was, it's really kind of hard to talk about. The larger words that are inside there, I got my eye on a blonde, let's say, back there. Well, in the collage inside the black fellow's head over here is this woman as a collage inside there. There's a lot of different things that are going on in this painting. It's just not one thing here. On this one was the first one I tested on using canvas upon canvas. So the large head, the white head there is a huge piece of cutout canvas that I used there. The arm is partial cutout canvas. This basically was trying to go away from a flat canvas as to putting on, you know, the thickness of the paint, the textures. I'm very big on textures. These things, if you look on my website or you see them in a photograph or something else, that does no justice for seeing them in real life. And it's amazing the people that I've had buy these things were attorneys, doctors. I mean, people that I would never think would be interested in it.
Oh, now, what does the texture do for the painting?
Well, the texture, one thing is under gallery lights or any type of direct light on side there will cast shadows in areas. So if the light's coming down on it, it's going to put shadows. It'll show textures on the canvas. The thicker it gets in places, these paintings don't have a lot of it, but I'll use tubes and tubes of oil paint and layer it on there where it's 1 inch thick on this, that gives it the pop out. Where I'm trying to, if I have real thick paint inside there, what that means is the place to look. And that's maybe the starting point to look, and then look around the painting.
Okay, so in other words, it's more of a visual impact you're trying to produce as an emotional or psychological impact?
Well, it depends. I put a lot of happiness in these paintings, and I put a heck of a lot of anger inside these paintings at times.
As far as the variation in thickness?
Yeah, if I'm in an angered mood or something has happened and something, you know, like let's say the World Trade Towers or something that angers me, then I really get into the paint. When I get into the paint, I mean, I'm brushing, I mean, I'm putting it on like a symphony, like a composer. I mean, I'm moving at 100 miles an hour when I'm doing this. And sometimes I'll take gallons of paint and pour whole gallons on there. Well, I'll take, you know, of acrylic paint, which would take 3 weeks to dry, and then I dig back inside that using tools, sculpting tools, and I'll use that a lot for, you know, a different medium inside the painting.
So you depict yourself as being very interested in the color aspect. Do you think the color works for you is to unify your theme, the other themes that might be going on inside the painting?
Yes, the blues, the coolness of that, the red, a lot of the. I think that Americans have a lot of love inside them, but there's a lot of anger, and I see this inside, not just not here, but even in Europe and all this. I mean, it's an angry world out there sometimes, and I try to depict happiness in a lot of these paintings. Some of these things can be very, people look at them and say, "Boy, I know where did this guy come from? What's he thinking?" But I don't want what am I thinking. I want a person, like I said before, is to go in, take a look at maybe one word. Like, there's sometimes I'll put in shout, and it'll be in larger areas. There's other things I'll put in that are larger letters inside some of these, but I'll have 2 of them starting here and 3 there, but unless you stand back 20 feet, you'll miss it. If you stand up close, you'll miss it, but if you stand back, boy, I can see this huge word in there. It makes all the sense in the world.
Have you used words in your paintings for a while now?
Yes, for a long time. Since 1979, I've been using a lot of words and, things with new technology, the cell phones, the computers. I've got so many things that I put inside there that people are addicted to. I think that, I really didn't get onto computers. I was the biggest fighter against computers 4 years ago until I got my laptop. Now you figure you can't live without it, but I'm not a big cell phone lover. And, I see people cutting you off on the road, and it seems like everybody's got to be in tune. Where when I was growing up, you're never, as long as the streetlights came on, you're in tune. That's when you got home.
So, do you use music at all?
Absolutely none.
No music?
No.
You have so much going on in your head that you don't need to be inspired from that aspect?
Absolutely. It's funny because in art schools, they always have music. There's a symphony music piped in, or how it is. They have, or people would be individual headphones on and be listening to music. I have never been able to. I can't concentrate with music going on, or even if a TV was on. I have to be by myself, nobody around, and really get into this thing. Music would just distract me. I've never painted with music.
Now, how exhausting is this to do paintings like this?
Very exhausting. I mean, sometimes you'll start working on a painting, you'll be on it for 8, 9 hours and not even know that you didn't eat all day. I love it so much that it is one of those great jobs that you can't wait to wake up in the morning. There's times I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I always have a notebook next to my bed where I'm writing something that just came to my head. And then I just can't wait to get up to start again. I mean, it's not like one of these ones where you dread getting up in the morning going, oh God, man, I got to go to work today. And I just hate what I'm doing in life. I tell the audience that, life's too short, and I mean, if it's the money or something like that, then that's something you've got to take care of on your own. But find something that you really, really love and that you can work 12, 13 hours a day on.
Now, do you do particular readings or watching visual arts, TV, movies, videos to get you inspired at all?
Not really. I watch TV, but I'm like when people go up there and say, "Oh, I've never watched TV." Well, I love it. I have it on. I have it on if I'm not watching it. Who cares? But I really don't look at a show and say, "Okay, that'd be a great idea to put inside something like that." I mean, I think I've been blessed pretty much with a very good